What's up, yo? This is Views Podcast. Welcome to another exciting episode. My name is Derek.
My name is Jay.
Charlie. Today, it will be, but at least we'll make it fun.
Yeah.
Today is all about our brothers and sisters, in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going through what they are going through with the whole police brutality and SARS campaign. And we want to touch on it. It's rather unfortunate we couldn't get a Nigerian to feature on this podcast. But we'll try our best because,
I mean, it's an ongoing issue. So many things come up every day.
Exactly. And I feel we have the same thing. Speak up. Yeah. We have the same thing here, but I think there's the escalation it's on different level, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Charlie.
And it's quite sad to see that on social media, and people all over the world seeing it, and it's rather unfortunate. Today I think I was listening to Fela.
Who's that?
Like it was just a short clip, Fela Kuti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the great Fela Kuti.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about the fact that like when you go out there into the Western world and you have police brutalizing black people, it's understandable. It's not right, but you can understand it because it's racially motivated.
Yeah.
At least you know why.
Yeah.
But when black people are brutalizing black people, then it doesn't make sense. Like it
Why?
baffles you.
What is the question? That's the question. Why?
That one you can't put a finger. What is motivating this?
Yeah.
I get to that point, and that's what makes it sad for me because as a people. And as a nation, Charlie, you fought chill for your country inside. Like that's home.
That's true.
And you're supposed to be yourself at home. You're supposed to, in literal terms, if you're at home, you wear your boxers.
You feel at home.
You feel at home. You do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Like people who are nudists don't even wear shit
Because they feel at home.
Because they feel at home. And why should you be at home and be prim and proper and always checking to see what somebody's checking that's how I feel they feel, given the fact that when you step out you don't know what's gonna happen if you meet these guys, the SARS guys.
Back in uni I realized that the Nigerians over there they were living a very nice life in Ghana, right? Nigerians in Ghana. So like they're driving, they're wearing really nice clothes, like and you can clearly distinguish a Nigerian from a Ghanaian.
Yeah, true.
And I'm asking, like, is this normal in your country? Apparently, it wasn't.
Yeah,
back in the day, because I mean now we hear of SARS stopping people because of how they look. The cars they drive, even the phone they use.
But is that true though? I think maybe they are reaching.
Oh no.
It's true?
Oh yeah, it's true. This is facts.
So guilty by looking nice.
Exactly. Guilty by because the SARS police say that they stop you because you look like you're not supposed to have what you have. You're not supposed to be driving.
No shit.
Oh, no, I'm not joking. You're not supposed to be driving that car. Or you're not supposed to be using that phone because what? How old are you? So you could be a scammer, and so that's their conclusion.
But I thought they had a division for the scammers, the EFCC.
Oh, who that?
I think they do the.
Oh no, the SARS takeover. SARS takeover.
Sorry, why not? They told me Newton.
Oh no, you're not here for real.
Nah, I hear, but I thought in everything people over exaggerate and
Oh no. So I actually listened to a couple of testimonies from people who have been brutalized by SARS, and I think we need to give a background to this whole SARS and what SARS really is.
Yeah. SARS is not a sickness. It's not a disease from China. It's actually what cry.
There's a special anti-robbery
squad. Yeah, special anti-robbery squad.
Yes.
And I think they were basically instituted to combat armed robbery. Till date.
Yeah, it was a division from the police
Mm.
to combat special crime,
Yeah,
which
so
was
basically like SWAT in the US
okay. Yeah.
or Americans have the National Guard.
Okay.
That sort of thing, like
a special unit for something specific.
special unit for something special, and
Charlie.
apparently, so it's for the business people, it's like a specialized bank who has now obtained license through fraudulent means to becoming a universal bank.
Wow. Okay.
Like certain banks tackle specific
Yeah.
industries. But
Yeah.
so, for instance, in Ghana, we had a bank for housing and construction, and then they all obtained the license for universal banking, so they were just doing general banking, that sort of thing. So that's the same thing. Like they were supposed to combat some specific group of people,
Yeah.
and it's like now it's general.
No, it's It's just
If they meet you, Elder Miracle, your mother said,
you must go.
It's crazy, and it's horrific.
Yeah.
And you cannot build a nation like that where
No.
Nigeria is noted for vibrant, young people
Yeah.
who are aggressive and determined
Yeah.
and want to do things, want to be noticed. Like that's what we know them for.
That's Nigerians.
Everywhere you go,
That's
if
them.
there's a Nigerian, you best believe you will know he's
Exactly.
Nigerian.
He's either in the top 10 of whatever it is that
Is
on.
being done.
Yeah.
So for people like that, and if this is the issue they have over there, it becomes a problem. It's like you are trying to unmake who they are,
Yeah.
because this is to suppress them, and Nigerians don't typically,
They don't move to that. They don't
Yeah.
move to that beat. No.
they know they lay low.
No.
Oh, you foresee una.
You go you go see owner.
Yeah, and it's crazy. But from what I think, this whole special anti-robbery squad SARS thing, from my layman's perspective, and of course, it's my views. When I was a kid, we used to watch Nigerian movies.
Yeah.
Well, I still watch Nigerian movies on Netflix. Shout out to my Nigerian brothers.
Wow.
Yeah. Support black people. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, when I used to watch Nigerian movies as kids, there were all these badass movies, armed robbery movies like Isakabai and stuff like that. And then the picture that was painted was Charlie. The armed robbers were guyest guy. Like Charlie, they're hard. Too much. Like fucking hard. You know what I'm saying?
Did they feel flip over wall? Would I be thinking about?
Yeah, like
They
they were ruthless,
Yeah.
And like we said, when Nigeria is doing something, they do it to the best of their ability.
true,
They don't do half. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if the guy is an academician, best believe, like top notch. If he's into something top notch, if he's into computers top notch, you know what I'm saying?
We know what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So it was just okay to understand that if he wasn't an armed robber to Charlie top notch. So that was the picture I got from those movies. Like they were badass niggas and they needed badass people, to tackle that sort of threat. So from my layman's perspective, I think the SARS was established to take care of that threat.
Yeah.
Some ruthless, police people, or I won't say ruthless, fearless, who can equally match the crazy of the the armed robbers.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So that like if you come, we come. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was called special for a reason.
You know what I'm saying?
They put a specific,
You know what I'm saying?
a certain group of people in there.
And if the videos I've watched on Twitter is anything to go by, I can see exactly that. Like what I used to watch when I was a kid.
Back in the day,
like, this is what you need to combat what I saw in movies
Yeah.
back in the day.
But now it's become
Now things have changed.
everyone joins SARS because they're trying to make more money.
But is that the case? Is he?
That's what's actually happened. So
I think you sent me a link. Yeah,
I
the
sent
guy
you
was saying
like
something
that.
of
So
that sort.
he was saying basically the way to eradicate SARS or maybe even control it is to increase the pay of the police officers. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I can see that, but I want to look at the build up to that. Yeah. One, in the first place, one can ask that why is SARS even relevant till date? Times have changed. I'm not saying armed robbers are no longer there, but times have changed. The like in football, we used to do, like the strongest guy in the class was a guy who we put in defense, or the guy who strike or something of that sort. Now it's changed. Now it's more about intelligence.
Yeah.
So we are not looking at the strongest guy. We are looking at the guy who has the talent to play. Yeah. It's the same thing. Crime has evolved over the years.
It's no longer on the streets.
It is on the streets, but it's not as it was before. The aggressive booga booga, hey, bring your thing. It's changed. It's evolved. Like they people are now calling people more now. There are computers, cyber crime, and all sort of even financial crime, like they call financial engineering and shit. Like a whole bunch of shit. Like people are doing crazy stuff and they don't even have to lift a finger.
If you want to see an example of that, just go to Circle.
You know what I'm saying?
Go
like
Circle, go Mokola.
They are more smooth with it now.
I did tell you.
So fine, it maybe it was relevant when crime was very aggressive.
Yeah.
But now, is SARS still relevant?
I don't think so.
Now, in between when SARS was established and now, who was the guy looking at, or who was the guy in charge who said, because of this, I think we need to establish SARS?
Yeah. What is the name? I'll get for you.
Come again.
There's a name.
There's a name, eh?
Yeah.
But check this point out. That guy and his team, when crime was evolving, they didn't think that it was necessary to evolve SARS. Are you getting the point?
I understand you.
Because if you build a special unit to combat something and that thing is no longer there, that is the unit. Like that's the mentality. That's what they have, and that's all they know. So if the threat is no longer there, they have to find a threat. Yeah. Like in marketing, you create a need and then you find a solution. They have the solution, so they will create a need. And this time around, the need became the people. The people they've sworn to protect.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you are.
So who was that knucklehead who couldn't transition these guys from a ruthless, fearless, aggressive, unit into something more what's the word? Contemporary.
Okay. To fit
modern day crimes.
True.
Yeah, so I'm not saying armed robbery is no longer there. I don't know. I don't live in Nigeria. That's why they pay me say we don't get any Niger guy over there. But we are on Twitter, and if the people are rising against this, then that means it's no longer a concern. Because when it was established, it was a concern. So they all agreed. Even
the question is, when it was established, were they making any progress? Were they capturing any?
Obviously, they were. Obviously.
So then the armed robbers realized that the police be like then.
No, it's like I'm saying.
So we need to evolve.
Times changed, bruh. Times changed.
That's so.
When we were watching Isakaba, how many people did you know had computers?
Oh, no, child.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look, so and computers came into the world and changed the whole game. Internet came and everything changed. It changed the whole game. Everything is different now. So you cannot be using an antiquated method of combating crime crime.
You see, I think what happened to us back in the day, maybe there were no jobs. Now that you have a special unit
Yeah.
under the whole police umbrella, which means more people are going into that division or whatnot. Meaning, there was either space from the top, which is from the whole umbrella, the police umbrella, so for people to come in. So that created jobs, and then people realized that, oh, okay, if you're with the police, you're safe. You know, you've got a job. But if you can get into S.A.R.S, that's when you know that you'll be on the street.
And you make some money.
You can make money. So now it moved from a special unit with specialized people to a broad unit where everyone can join and everyone wants.
But you see, that's the thing that I'm talking about. S.A.R.S wasn't a money making unit.
Wasn't
back in the
supposed to
day.
be. No.
Back in the day, it was a fucking dangerous job.
Yeah.
Because you're going to face some ruthless armed robbers.
Yeah.
When crime evolved, and there were no more. It's not there were no more. There were far lesser, armed robbers to combat.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do, and the devil find jobs for the idle hands. So what happened? Okay, when we go out, nothing really they hopping anymore.
I mean, civilians day.
you know what I'm saying?
Civilians day.
And that is why I am attacking whoever it is. They are supposed to have handlers. All these brutal.
The person who started is retired.
Yeah, but all these brutal forces like special ops and all of them they have handlers or supervisors, like people who handle those units. And so it's not necessarily the person who started it, but they have handlers, and those handlers are supposed to read, to gather intel, and be. I don't know, Charlie. They have to be proactive with some shit. Like,
I understand what you're saying, but Charlie, if listen, you day streets,
man.
You know that maybe say this part of Lekki, it brings you, X amount of money every night or something. If your handler, if somebody takes over from that handler, say Charlie, he has taken over from a good market.
Yeah.
Why you go stop now?
Now they won't. So I'm referring to all the time when crime was evolving. They should have evolved with it, because look, what they have done now also poses another whole different level of threat.
I mean, it is, yeah.
All of a sudden, again, the typical black man's behavior. Booga booga, hey, we have stopped. Disbanded.
Disbanded.
Look, these are people you recruited and trained them in a specific, way.
Yeah.
Gave them some sort of mentality to operate in a certain way. Now, all of a sudden, you are telling that guy, hey, I don't need you anymore. Where do you think the person is going next?
Oh, street.
Now, that guy, and I stand to be corrected, my dear Nigerian, but that guy is the guy who will now become the armed robber.
Because he understands the street.
You feel me?
Yo, that be some serious allegation,
No, it's a possibility. Like, you don't just, train me in a certain fashion and then just throw me away.
But if you say street, are they on the street posing as S.A.R.S, or they're on the street as
No, I'm saying if you've disbanded me, yeah, and now...
But I still get my uniform. You don't take my uniform from me.
That's what we don't know. But I'm saying that at first, I know I go to town and I can make my small kwacha.
Yeah.
Now you say I can't do, and the manner in which I used to make my small kwacha, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I've been disbanded, so now I can't be all aggressive and shit. How do I make the money now? So then maybe back here for go job. You know about what they talk?
I understand.
You are creating a whole new problem.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they shouldn't disband or they shouldn't, let these guys relax for a bit. I'm saying that even now, it's all over the place. They want it done, no more S.A.R.S and everything. You cannot just come and just shout disbanded.
Yeah.
And that is why I think it is still going on. Even after the president announced that it's been disbanded, they are still doing some nigga
Still
shit.
creating problems. Because
You just started no disbanded.
Disband.
There should be a full blown strategy to face this thing all out and transition them into something else.
Something else, yeah.
You don't just let them go. They will come back at you somehow. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. In a different form.
In a different form.
I don't know if you did bad, but
I didn't what you're saying. Because these are people who are on the streets.
Yeah.
They understand how the game works, more or less. Because
already then they terrorize your people.
Even
in uniform. Now it disband me. I don't owe you anything anymore.
You know, look, I've actually heard that sometimes they even come as civilians.
Yeah.
Not even in uniform.
Yeah.
So
but that's the whole point. You see, they were supposed to dress in a certain fashion for them to be effective.
Yeah.
If I'm coming and I'm wearing uniform and you're an armed robber, of course, Charlie, then the thing start. But if I'm in a civilian, but I get the same mentality, probably even more sharper than you, the armed robber, then I can take you down. So they've been given all those privileges.
Yeah. I think, you mentioned something about Kufuor in time. When the police weren't they weren't respected.
And that's something else.
That's something that might happen again in Nigeria.
That's something we need to talk about. You see, in as much as what we are talking about, it's for the people. Like we support, and I think it needs to be categorically stated that we support the movement and S.A.R.S now. Police
100%.
brutality,
It must stop.
It must stop. It should never happen anywhere. And as they say, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So I do not condone it. It must stop. It must end. But you see, in as much as we are supporting our brothers and sisters, the civilians, we should always understand that, shit don't just happen. They say shit happens, but it doesn't just happen. It takes time to happen. Shit happen for shit to happen. And that's what I was talking about.
So like shit's in one sentence.
That's what I was talking about when it started.
Yeah.
Crime evolving. Handlers.
Yeah.
Who was transitioning. What was happening. Strategy. What were they doing? That was what I was talking about, all that. And it's the same thing about what you mentioned about when we're discussing the Kufuor thing.
Yeah.
You see, and the link you sent me where I think a Nigerian police officer called in to talk about how poorly they are treated, their salaries, living in the barracks and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's true, because we have seen same here in Ghana. When I was growing up, nobody wanted to be police. Everybody wanted to be soldier. No police. Because the police guys were the guys who...
The least respected
respected human beings.
Least respected uniform. That's it.
Human beings, cry, because you became your uniform. Yeah, and they had on tattered clothes, faded clothes, their shoes, Charlie half bow. Oversized fucking trousers, like they were a big cry. Also, I did That's fucking materials, bro. Look, the uniform, the top was supposed to be blue. It can fade out to white.
Oh, allow.
And they tell you, and then they are sweating profusely. Yo, anybody who grew up in the 80s, 90s, they know exactly what I'm talking about. It wasn't anything any parents wanted their kid, to go into when they grew up. And that was the case. And apparently, it's still the case in Nigeria. For us in Ghana, maybe we're lucky. And there's no political. But as far as my memory serves me, that's what I saw. So I stand to be corrected. When Kufuor came, that was when I know they established a company in the free zones who started producing police uniforms. And now, Charlie, the rest is history. We see our police people all around, neatly dressed.
Nice.
They look good.
We got more things for like different weather.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything is.
They look good. They look excellent.
With
now
reflectors and all of that.
Now we have people enlisting. They want to go into police because they be.
Yeah, they look nice.
See, and it didn't just end there.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had the single spine thing too, so it also helped. You know, it's not just the police there. And you see that the uniform bit, it didn't just help the police; it helped all the services.
Yeah. Okay.
All of them:
The fire service,
prison service, police service, because all those services were shit. The only, the only force, and that was the whole point. You see, in Ghana, the army is the only force in Ghana. Okay. All of them are services.
Oh, that's true. Army.
Yeah, but in Nigeria, it's a
force.
police force.
Okay.
And even that needs to be looked at. If it's a force, it's different. If it's a service, it's different. So in a way, I can understand why the Nigerian police is a bit aggressive, because it's a force. Are you getting the point?
Okay.
The rest in Ghana, the rest is all services. It's a police service, prison service, fire service, and the rest. Army and they are force. Like, that's a force. So back in the day, army was getting all the good stuff, all the services. Charlie, you're on your own, sort of. Luckily, things changed, and now at least they are uniformed there. Single spine also came. Their salaries also went up, so that's good. So now
some few incentives as well.
Few incentives here and there. Yeah. So Ghana, we've done well. I don't know about Nigeria, but the link you sent me, where the policeman was lamenting about salary, they were being paid 54,000 naira a month, and how are you supposed to survive on that? For the whole month, you have kids, you have to pay rent, and he's paying rent because he can't live in the barracks. If you go to the barracks,
want to live in the barracks. Yeah.
Yes, and same can be said for Ghana. Have you been to our barracks?
I mean, the thing is, like, I understand what the guy was saying. He doesn't want his kids to, grow up in the barracks. Like you said before, if that's your environment growing up, that's what you know, that's what your dad is doing, automatically you grow up thinking, that's the first option.
And it's like that. Yeah, ask any barracks boy, all barracks boys, chances are 80% chances are you become a police officer.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
And if you don't want to, repeat the cycle, then you have to do something else. And that's what the guy is trying to do.
Exactly.
But basically, it's the hardship they are going through the guy was talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that hardship, we've seen it here in Ghana. Unfortunately, fortunately, it's no more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that all their problems flew away, but Charlie, a lot has been done. But in Nigeria, obviously,
a lot has been done, but there's definitely more to do.
Definitely more to do, but now we are comparing with what is happening over there and what the Nigerian police are talking about. Charlie, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you the about what are they talking?
I think they need to pick a chapter from Ghana. They need to,
and that also fuels everything that is going on. So, in as much as you see, when you are trying to solve a problem, you don't just look at it from one end, which I think as black people we do a lot, and that's why I call it the booga booga solution. Hey, stop it, then they stop. Bye. Hey, let's beat him, then beat him. It's in our nature. That's what we do to thieves. Hey, you, Julo, catch him. We beat him. Whether it was him, we'll finish beating, killing the guy before say, oh, Charlie, they know Biamo.
Too late.
That is how we mostly do our things. We are changing, but the problem is not just from the behavior of the said police people. Yeah, it's also the environment, the system that the government has created for the police.
Yeah,
that is what has fueled or acted as a catalyst for them to behave the way they are behaving.
Yeah. So
from the guy, he said that he regrets not taking bribe. This is a guy who has sworn to be of service
to the nation,
to the people.
Yeah.
Now he's saying he's regretted for 18 years of service or 17.
think it was about 18 years.
18 years of service. He's never taken bribe, which I think is a lie, but
First year, so go watch out.
I think it's a lie, but you know, for saying that he wants to, he regrets
You
not.
should have, yeah. You should have taken
Charlie,
bribe.
that's some serious statement, and it should tell you everything you need to know about how they are truly feeling.
Yeah.
So if I'm a police officer, one, already, I feel I should have been taking bribe all the time. And now, two, I'm in a unit where I am allowed to use force to do whatever, and I can justify later. Charlie,
you won't be held accountable in any way because your word obviously supersedes what the civilian is going to say.
are you getting my point?
Yeah.
And I just did the conversion. 54,000 naira is 824 cedis.
No shit.
Yeah,
A month. Wow. Wow.
So this dude, and me, I don't know, but I think a lot of Ghanaians also live on this salary anyways. So
Well, yeah.
it is what it is. You see, it all comes down to the system and how the government should create an enabling environment for the people to thrive. Not just the police, everybody. You see, now it's almost like these SARS people are becoming criminals. But maybe nobody joined SARS to become a criminal.
No, definitely not. I don't think so.
Are you getting that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've joined SARS to fight crime, to make the world a better place
Yeah.
for everybody else, their families. Because they also have families, they have friends, they have loved ones. So they joined SARS to fight crime, to make life better for everybody.
Yeah.
They joined SARS, and then the environment pushed them to doing something different. That's the angle I'm more interested in. That's the angle I'm interested in.
Which is why or how?
The environment that everybody is like, nobody really is talking about it.
No. Well, the environments that push them into doing that.
Exactly. Like something, that's why I say shit happens, but shit takes time to happen. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
So something has to happen for you to do some shit.
You know, you made a point. You made a point where you said, because you've tried to disband them a couple of times. The question is, when you disband them, what happened? Like, good question. Like, what happens to the people you've laid off? Because I'm hearing that with these SARS people, they don't dress like policemen.
Yeah.
In terms of outward look.
Yeah.
I heard some have dreads and also piercings and tattoos and whatnot.
Yeah.
And these are people who maybe have like a uniform on, maybe a jacket or something with SARS written on it. And they go out there and go and terrorize the civilians. So it could be that.
I'm telling you that if they don't handle this thing properly, these same people who are meant to combat armed robbers will be the people who will become the armed robbers.
But if you're going to combat armed robbers,
yes,
how many people do you need to deploy?
Nigeria big o. Nigeria no be Ghana o.
No, you see them for the street top.
Look, one state big past Ghana. So Nigeria big o.
No, if you be special force,
do
you have to be, in the public eye?
Oh,
like if you understand what I'm trying to say?
I know, but you see, that's why I'm saying that at the time when they established it, I think it was the right strategy.
Yeah.
Over time, it's a dumb idea.
So it became quantity over quality.
Something like that. So that's what I'm saying. The handlers, what were they doing? Because you see, the world has changed over time.
More handlers come inside.
Now we are dealing with data, intel, and all those things. And if the leadership, so basically the police leadership failed. They failed the people because you established something to take care of the people. And that thing became a menace to society.
Yeah.
And you couldn't, project, see that this will happen.
Didn't they realize that the crime
waited
rates were
for
going
it to
down?
happen, and now you are going the typical booga booga address of disband. I get it. So the leadership, the Nigerian police leadership, have failed miserably.
Yeah.
They failed the people. And these people are hardworking Nigerians who pay taxes, and their taxes are used to pay you, the police, and its leadership. If me, I had my way, they have to fire all of them. No, for real. So it's not just the unit and the people on the streets who are perpetrating these, crimes. I'll call it crime because it's crime against humanity and the people you swore to protect. It's about the people who also didn't do their jobs for this to happen. If you are disbanding S.A.R.S, you have to disband the leadership as well.
From the top.
You see, and that's the point too. We have to be proactive people and not reactive people. Typically we react. When something happens, then okay, we will do this, we'll do that.
Yeah.
As more of even football, instead of being proactive and scoring all our goals and winning all our matches, we wait when they score us. They will say that. So if Egypt loses and then this one scores one and we score three, we will go. You see, that's our make, that's our nature, that's who we are. But we have to change that shit. We have to stop being reactive and be proactive with some shit. And we have to start now. Disband the unit and the leadership and get some young, fresh people with ideas, who are willing to do some shit. Use data and intel to do some shit.
Go take Hush Puppy as consultant.
Yeah, I've told you this thing, guy. I've told you this thing. But if I say, they say me, I enjoy trouble.
No, because it's true. I mean, does this movie Catch Me If You Can?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. The guy did everything. He evaded. He left the FBI baffled. And in the end, when they caught him, they realized that he's an asset.
He is. What he's been able to do. The ordinary guy can't do that.
Your crime unit definitely think about
the sharpest guy can't think of that thing. Much more to actually engineer to do it.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you have people who, maybe they didn't do the right thing, what they did was criminal, but
use them in your favor.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Whatever they did is not easy.
Yeah.
That person, yes, let him serve for his crimes, but I think he can serve in a different way to help.
Because crime is not on the streets as it used to be.
And to be a good crime fighter, you have to be a criminal.
Well said.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think like a criminal for you to catch a criminal. Yeah. So if you have one who is the best at it, why not employ him?
True.
And I'm not calling Hush Puppy a criminal, please.
We don't know that.
Allegedly. Everything we are saying is alleged. But that's my point. Stop being reactive. Be proactive so that we can save everybody the trouble. Because all those people who have died, they won't get a chance to come back and say, so you tell them sorry.
Yeah.
They are dead.
Missing and dead.
Some are missing, some dead. And we are going to blame only the guys on the streets called S.A.R.S. But there is a whole leadership who administered these guys and saw that, look, crime is changing. There was data to show and did nothing about it.
That's what I was asking. So they did not see that after deploying S.A.R.S for a while, crime rate was actually reducing? No, they didn't see.
That's the whole point. People went to sleep. And if the narrative is not put right, these guys are still going to have their jobs. Yeah. Like as for them, they never did anything wrong.
Oh, of course not.
But if you really look at this problem they are facing now, it's the leadership.
Yeah. It's coming straight from the top.
Straight from the top.
Yeah.
The guys on the streets have their share, but it's coming straight from the top.
Yeah.
There was no rehab program for these guys, you know, because to be a S.A.R.S, whatever, you know, you have to do some shit too. Like I said, you have to think like a criminal to catch a criminal.
Yeah.
So you have to do some shit. Maybe they went undercover. They did some shit. So all these guys need, you know, like therapy and like what we spoke about last week. No, it's true shit, man.
To bring them back to
normal,
factory
like
settings.
back to factory, normal people, normal thinking people. Because if you can look at your fellow black man, and that's what we started. What is the motivation for you to want to kill your fellow black man because he refused to give you his phone for you to go through, or he refused to give you something, or because he was dressed in a certain way?
Yeah.
He is your brother. What made you get to that point where you can just kill people like chicken? You need to be brought back. There was some training. They went through the training. And they are acting how they've been taught to act
On the street.
You have to bring them back.
Yeah.
When soldiers go to war and they come back, they don't just throw them into the wheel.
No. Because they've gone through some shit.
You know what I'm saying? Things they never thought
to.
they would ever see.
And if let's not even go for actors. Actors who have played their role for maybe 6 months. You know, because when you do something after 2 weeks, it becomes a habit. You played a role for maybe 6 months or years, probably. They have to come out of character, to be able to fit into not just society but their house, their family.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So it be very serious issue.
Yo, man, look,
because
we support Nigeria, but I think Nigeria, in your fight, or in all of us fighting to end the S.A.R.S, the conversation should also be steered to the leadership. We shouldn't let them go scot-free like that.
Yeah.
They caused this. As for the people, they are acting on orders.
Sure.
But they caused this. And after causing, they went to sleep. And now it's become a problem.
It's like
that should be part of the conversation. They should be calling for the heads of these guys.
It's like a bad computer program. That's what's going on.
You know what I'm saying?
The user just input the program and just left it to run, and now it's gone wayward. I'm
telling you, they have to talk about this. They have to make noise about it and make sure people pay the price for this, because people died. People that, and you see, in Africa we have a habit of be die. You know, like
not just. I mean, people. Human life is human life.
Yeah.
But these are youth. These are future leaders.
Talents.
Exactly. You know, these are very, strong-willed individuals who have lost their lives. People who could have made a change in the next few years for Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
They got missing.
Dead. And people are just there, and we are blaming S.A.R.S and we are ending S.A.R S. I saw a politician who mounted a platform talking about he's the only one who has spoken up against S.A.R S and shit. Like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. I don't know you, Organ. Sorry, but shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
They are all part of the problem, man.
Yeah.
You can't go into Congress, go and sit there and not do shit about it. People are dying. Because the people are now revolting. Now you are there talking some shit. You had the power to change some shit. You never did it.
Because I think it was heavy in 2017, where this whole disbanded S.A.R.S came up again, but nothing happened. We're in 2020.
Yeah,
nothing happened.
And shout outs to Fowles. I saw a video of him today, and I was impressed, man. You know, I love it when I see these. I mean, celebrities are not supposed to be the social mouthpiece or activist for the people, but certain, events happen, and then some people rise to the occasion. And by watching that video, I feel he did exactly that.
Yeah.
And he was eloquent. He was aggressive. He was articulate. Spot on, man. I was impressed. I was very impressed. It was like some governor says people shouldn't protest like it's a crime or like an offense. They say, who be you? Who be you?
Asking the right questions.
Yeah, who be you? Who are you to tell the Nigerian not to exercise his constitutional right?
Yeah.
Who are you? And you are supposed to be a lawyer, a lawmaker.
I found to be loyal.
He could have been in chambers, but he's not.
He could have been where?
But you get what I mean.
Yeah,
How can you, a governor, who is supposed to uphold the law, tell people not to exercise their constitutional rights to protest?
This,
you see, it's crazy.
This can end badly if it continues.
It's crazy, yeah. And I pray it doesn't.
Yeah.
I pray they do things right. The leadership, the government, they shouldn't do the typical black man way of we won't do it again. Nah, yo, it's a problem now. Just take 2 steps back, breathe in, breathe out, come up with some strategy, and implement as soon as possible. If people are not going to go home for a whole day, 24 hours, they just need to be stuck in a room and brainstorm and come up with the best way to solve this. That's how they have to do it. But one thing is for sure, the leadership have to suffer the same fate the squad will be facing. And they should understand that they cannot just throw those guys away. They have to be reintegrated back into the system. Somehow, there should be a full program to do that. Because they are not criminals. They only did their jobs. And somebody didn't think, so they outdid their jobs.
Over them.
It's crazy, man.
And I think this is also an opportunity for them to save the uniform and the respect that the people have for police.
Thank you, my brother.
Because
thank you, my brother. In these parts in Ghana, at least, Charlie, they respect them small. Back in the day, it was shit. I am stressing on the shit. Like, it was shit.
It's rubbish.
Yeah, but I think we have done well, even though it's not there yet. I mean, there's a whole lot of way to go, but we've done something, and they should use, like you're saying, use this opportunity to bring back the respect the uniform deserves.
That's true, yeah.
Because Charlie, the society can't work without law and order.
True.
And you need people to maintain that law and order, to keep it. And that's your police guys. So if you don't give them the respect they deserve, then Charlie,
you need your citizens to feel safe.
Exactly.
Feel safe on the streets. Know that I can leave my house and come back home. And
isn't that some shit?
It's
just a few months ago or last year, Black Americans were all over the place talking about I can't breathe. Yeah. And when my kid is going out, I have to talk to him because he might not make it back home.
You have to put GPS tracker on him just in case.
But like I said, like Fela said, at least we know the reason. It was it is racially motivated. Yeah. But you are living in your own country with the same fucking black guy, and now you have to think about going out. Isn't that some crazy shit?
You have to contemplate.
You see,
roll the dice.
Chris Rock said something.
Oh, it is.
The most racist people on earth are black people. Do you know why?
Tell me.
Because we are racist against our own. I mean, that's some crazy shit, bro.
That wasn't a surprise, but when you say it like that, thinking about it, it sounds even sad.
It is sad.
It sounds even sad.
It is. You see, that's why I'm big on Pan-Africanism and being Ghanaian, being African. Me not naming my kid after any white man's name.
Okay. Some of us, they're too late.
Yeah, I'm Derek, but I'm saying we have to build that identity
Yeah.
in our children. The next generation should identify themselves as Africans, as black people, and love one another. Like, this is my guy.
Yeah. Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
If you ever leave the shores of Ghana,
Yeah.
go to just leave the shores of Ghana, leave the shores of Africa. If you go anywhere and you see a black person, I don't mean African American, I don't mean black British,
Black
African.
Black.
Yo, you go figure, say you've known this guy for years. You approach him, he's so nice, regardless of whether he's from Nigeria or Uganda,
Kenya or something.
they are really nice.
Yeah, because you see him, bro.
He's seen his
they,
brother.
They see them.
You
see, but we be there plenty with the food.
Exactly.
Now Charlie, it's a problem.
This is a huge problem.
We have to change, guys. We have to change. Bring back the love.
Save the
Let me ask you some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of a white guy called Kunta Kinte before?
Not yet.
Or Tunde? Or
Tunde.
or I mean some name like
Something hard. Omar Johnson.
Like the way we name our kids, some nice like
That's
them. No, like we name our kids Jaden and what I'm saying. Do you see why people name their kids Babalaro or Asari?
Mante out.
Mante. You hear some before?
No.
So what the fuck? What is wrong with?
Maybe one our names are limited because
what the hell are you talking about?
Hold on. What we get? We get what days of the
Joe,
week.
don't even go there.
I'm just saying
You don't know.
they know they are not know. But what I'm trying to tell you
We
is
get plenty names for this country.
how many songs will they call? How many?
You just don't know, Jay. You see, and that's part of the problem.
So if I don't know,
Uh-huh.
whose responsibility is it to make it know? Because listen,
Us, Jay. You see.
okay, so the problem is us.
So for instance, yourself, you owe it to yourself to research, to be interested in your own culture.
I mean, we need to publish things like this.
I guess you
seen.
you need to be interested in your own culture. You, Jay, as a person.
I understand you.
That's the whole thing.
I understand you.
Like I went on a whole name quest.
I saw that.
Yeah, of course you were with me. Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I saw a whole book with names. Obviously, Ghana or African names weren't inside. It was A to Z, all English names with meanings and translations and etymology, like all of that. But the question is, do we have anything like that for our African names?
Gee,
That's
research. It's there.
Okay, we'll find out.
It is there.
We
We
will find
have
out.
to be interested in our culture, invest time and resources into finding out certain things. Me, I went on a quest. I went to my grandmother's and asking them for names and it meanings and stuff like that. Fine, maybe I didn't see a book, but because you see, it was a conviction. Like
But before that,
yeah,
before you had your son,
yeah,
did you ever think about names?
yeah. I always thought about names.
Or is it?
I've always thought about African shit.
Yeah, but you didn't go to the extent of asking your grandmother, did you?
Oh, I mean, when things are getting closer,
Yeah.
then.
But if there was a book, it would have been easier for everybody to.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but so it starts from us. Maybe
Starts
as we are
from us,
talking
yeah.
about it, we can actually put together, if there is none, a book of names. Because I know CTFM did I think about a week show where they always invited this guy to come and talk about names and their meanings, or Ghanaian names and their meanings.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they did for three days or like a week or so.
Oh, that's dope then.
Yeah, so the names are there. We just don't know, or we are ignorant, or we are so interested in the Western names we don't even want to give a fuck about ours.
I mean,
Are you getting the point?
that's what you're exposed to right now. Because you turn on the TV.
Yeah,
If you're not watching a Nigerian movie, you're watching a Western movie.
yeah,
Nobody is called Dasibro or Mante or anything for inside.
Charlie.
You get me?
Yeah, but
you hear the name, it sounds nice, and then you say no, because I've seen people do this. They watch one movie, and this was like when they were like 7 or 10 years old.
A name
The name has
got
stuck in their mind,
and then
and
they
they
give
project
birth
it
and
to, their kids.
I know that, but I'm saying, you see, that was when you were a kid. The good book says when you're a kid, you thought like a child.
Oh, really?
You're a grown-ass woman. You're a grown-ass man now. You can make your own decisions. And I'm saying, as a people, we need to come to that realization that we are all we have. The next black man is my brother. The next black woman is my sister. And I would love that person just like I love my own or myself. That's the only way we can make it out of these woods, man. I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you, because if black people saw each other as love, I don't think S.A.R.S would look at a fellow black man and kill him because he didn't give him his phone. Are you getting a point?
Yeah, man, it's deep, though. It's deep.
You may kill a goat. I can't make a hate speech, so I'm using, you may kill a goat or a cow, but not your guy.
A fellow human being.
You feel me? Like, if it's racially motivated, it is not right, but it's understandable. But your own,
because the interesting is, this world is small. Not just the world, but even the countries that we live in. You meet a stranger, and a few years down the line, you realize that this person is actually related to you.
You see that thing, Charlie?
These people they beat self for street top. You never know. So it's like your long lost cousin or something.
The system has failed its people.
Yeah.
The leadership has failed the people, and I think in the quest to get justice for all these people that who have been murdered, and reforming the S.A.R.S and everything, the conversation shouldn't leave out the leadership and the system. They have to push it to the floor of Congress. Things must change. People's heads must roll. I'm telling you, that's the only way.
People's heads must. You know what that means?
Oh, sack people. That's what I mean. Figure of speech, not literally.
Well, okay.
Not literally, please.
Okay.
Not literally.
Yeah. All right.
And that's the only way to go. They have to make sure the conversation goes beyond just disbanded. People who are in power, people who are supposed to make sure things are done right, they also have to pay the price. Not just the guys on the streets. They just acted, bro. The system is what made them who they are.
Yeah.
And they should go beyond the conversation in coming up with a program to help reintegrate these S.A.R.S personnel back into the system. Other than that, they are creating a whole new problem. Trust me, bro. My Nigerian brothers and sisters, we are with you in prayers, in strength, in power. We are with you, and we'll do whatever we can to help, like this podcast. Yeah. We are telling the Nigerian government they should do better. They owe it to the people to do better than just disbanding. Yeah. So let people pay the price, and Charlie, fix the system, bro. Pay the people. Standard of conditions of service, or whatever they call that shit. Yeah, man. Upgrade some shit. Let the people feel love. Bring back the respect. Like you said, the respect that uniform deserves. Yes, it has to come back. It shouldn't be by fear. It should be respect. Like you respect the policeman.
Trust.
Not you fear the policeman. No. You trust the policeman. You respect him or her. That's where we need to get to. And even in Ghana, that's where we need to get to.
You're not there yet.
We are not there yet. We
perfect.
Shouldn't fear. Yeah. Respect them. I respect police people.
Okay. That's just one of you. Okay.
Yeah, I do. Because it's just like me. They are just doing their jobs, bro.
Okay.
Some can be assholes, though.
A
lot can be assholes. And when you go out, Ghana police, go job then stop, they search people, then they can inside, they do them at.
Dumb motherfuckers, man.
Yo, man, Charlie, this has been a good one. It's been a good one. Yeah. Shout out to our Nigerian people once again.
Yeah.
We are with you in prayers, in whatever.
Press or whatever.
Keep on doing what you do.
Yeah.
Push the government, the power of the people. That's what is happening right now.
Yeah.
The power of the people is being exhibited,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it will achieve the purpose, it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for listening. Any last words though?
There were some good recommendations you made. Good angles you tackle this thing from.
At black body blush.
Black and blushing.
Thank you, my black brother.
Yeah, I mean, all I'll say is, Charlie, at the end of the day, we want to feel safe, or everyone wants to feel safe on the street.
Yeah.
And if you can, assure us of that safety, not using force,
Yeah.
we can always respect the uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, Charlie, you are here for us, we are here for you.
There you go. Charlie, if you've listened until now, Charlie, you are appreciated. You do everything. Everything. Thank you for listening. And
I think we need to give a shout out to our new listeners across the world.
Hell yeah. We should have even done that in the beginning.
Yeah.
The next podcast we do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout outs to our new listeners. We picked up some new listeners from United Arab Emirates, Finland, where plenty places.
Even Nigeria. We got
a listener in Nigeria as well. So that was cool.
There you go.
That is cool, and I know they will keep listening. Get interactive with us on social media everywhere. At Views Podcast, except Instagram, which is podcast_views.
Yep.
Send us an email on viewspodcast86 at gmail.com. If you want to tell us something private, why not? Do tell us. Apart from that, let's interact on social media. And thank you for listening once again. 1 hour, but it was worth it. And as always, when we come here, we just want to spark a thought or a conversation, and I believe we just did that. So go talk about this and get people fired and reform the system. Love God, love yours, and love all. We out.